Chemistry cards.
Yeah. Are the Matrix? Sham Jeezy. Karatia. When me say U.P.K, U.K. Well, anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this pan the ends. Every man a try be the next pan the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long day in a the war zone, but I no Pakistan. A the place where you juvenile a the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone of the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. Me say, but is a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they a London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. A same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way I go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead body them. Once upon a time round ya so did nice, full of vibes. Man a play football, choose a side. If I no football, you like one go shoot your dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Proof of crime, a certain black coffee get scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive, them youth I ride, them two connive. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know what overtime round. Ya no safe again. Watch out for the hate of them and the traitor them. And the fake friend dog, the acre tens. No solution for make amends. Babylon says ceasefire, but we nah no fate na them, a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again. And Jamaica red, hot like the equator belt, Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no bread. With the ghetto youth them, you send the Terminator them, dad. So man have to whole a rem span the ends. Me and my dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends. Lucky if you live long day in a the war zone, but I know Pakistan is a place where you juvenile a the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one, dog. Man have to bleach, but I never zone of the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them respond. You we dead if you a Christian, devil in strong. Hey, a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. A same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way I go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance.
Chemistry cards.
I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact a If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. So war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never head back. He bitching about 10%. I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him. Just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter. God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side. Yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Do you think it's right to abort your child if you believe you cannot support the child in single parent?
If you feel like you're unable to support a child and you feel like that's the decision that is right, I believe that it's fair only because it's unfair to bring a child into this world if you're unable to support yourself. Because again, it's not fair on the child. The child's innocent in everything. But then at the same time, if you know that you are capable of believing that you can pursue further into life and you know that you can put yourself in a position where you know you love that child, it's your child, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to look after the child, then yeah. So if you're unable to protect the child, look out for the child and financially support your child, then if you feel like it's right to support the child, then yes. But if you know that you have enough support around you and enough financial support around you, then no.
I appreciate that. Second question. What's your views on the saying, it's my body, so it's my choice?
50-50 with that, because if the male says that he's not ready and his family is against, you know how some families are very religious and they have a saying where you can't have a child without getting married and so on. If the male chooses not to have the child, it's a discussion that needs to be discussed between both of them. It's not on the woman's decision alone. It needs to be discussed between both partners.
Okay, I appreciate that. So, as it's your body, do you believe it's right to abort the child no matter what the circumstance, or does it depend on the circumstance if the child lives or dies?
If the child would come out with an illness.
I'll read it one more time, please. So, as it's your body, do you believe it's okay to abort your child no matter what the circumstance, if the child lives or dies?
If I know I've got, say for example, if I go to a scan and the doctors tell me and the midwife tells me that there's a 50% chance of you surviving and your child surviving, I think it's a safer option to abort, only because I don't really but if you know this child, this innocent child, into this world to come and sit on the same pavement as me. Do you understand?
Just I could just one thing, yeah. You see, you mentioned about how abortion is not as clear as murder. You said, right? Well, the definition of murder is premeditated killing or stopping of life.
Yeah.
When you have an abortion, you're planning to say, I want that life to stop. And when you go stab up someone, you're saying, I'm planning to make his life stop. You understand? So I'm putting that out there, you know what I'm saying? But for the interview, thank you, sister. Right. Do you think it's right to abort a child if you believe you can't support the child as a single parent as you would like to?
When it comes to abortion now, abortion totally, whether you can support it or not, I'm in abortion totally.
Right.
Totally.
Okay.
Totally. It's just like if you see a man and shoot a man, the same thing. Like
Right, that's right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think about the saying for the woman, it's their body, so it's their choice? What's your views on that?
Nah, man. I can't say it's their body, it's their choice. Everything, there's a consequence to everything what you're doing. So if society wants to tell us that your body still have a consequence, so you have to face with that choice, so you're making it. Okay. So look funny. All right, then. One more question, I'll let you go, right? So why do you think it's right for a person to murder a child in the womb, and it's not a criminal offense, but when the baby come out and is born, it's a criminal offense to murder the baby? Read it again for you. It's just society, man. Society is fucked, man. You see, it's like we are in a system where we are programmed to do certain things. If you're damn if you do it, and damn if you don't. You understand? So it's that system that they project to us as human or as flesh on earth to live, which is not right. Bless in my sight. All right. Yes, yeah. Bless it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man. So, do you think it's right to abort your child if you believe you can't support the child as a single parent as you would like to?
I don't agree with it, to be honest, but I wouldn't say that it's not right. I wouldn't say it's not right because if you can't afford to look after your kids and you can't, like you're not in the right headspace to look after your kids, then
okay, no sweat, thank you. What's your views on the saying, it's my body, so it's my choice?
Yeah, I agree with that still. It's my body, it's my choice. I've got an abortion, so I have an abortion. If I'm going to keep my child, I'm going to keep my child.
Okay, no problem, thank you. So, as it's your body, do you believe it's okay to abort the child no matter what the circumstance, or do you believe it depends on the circumstance if the child lives or dies? You want me to repeat the question? Yes, I can do that for you. So, as it's your body, do you believe it's okay to abort the child no matter what the circumstance, or does it depend on the circumstance if the child lives or dies?
I feel like it depends on the circumstances. It depends on where you are. It depends on how the father feels. It depends on... Yeah, I feel like it depends on the circumstances.
Appreciate it. And then last question. Why do you think it's okay to murder a child in the womb and it's not a criminal offence by law in the UK, but it's a criminal offence to murder a child once he or she is born? What's your views on that?
Could you repeat that question for me?
Yeah, of course. Why do you think it's okay to murder a baby in the womb and it's not a criminal offence by law in the UK?
I don't think about it. So, the first question that you asked me, I don't agree with that. So, yeah, I don't agree with abortion.
Okay, excellent. I appreciate your time. Thank you. I think it's right to abort your child if you believe you can't support the child as a single parent as you would like to.
I don't believe in it anyway, full stop. I don't believe in abortion. That's why I've got 6 kids.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
I don't believe in abortions, but everyone's got their own opinion, and I don't think that's right because that person, when they grow up, they're going to have their own opinion, they've got their own life to live. But at the same time, they do protection. So obviously, if you're not financially stable to bring a life into the world, be responsible and use your protection that's out there.
Yes, right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So what's your views on the saying, it's your body, so it's your choice? What's your views on that? One at a time.
Well, some women, they strongly believe in that. It's your body, it's your choice. But go back to the first question. if you're not ready for something like that, like my daughter said, there's protection, there's many ways to prevent that, you know?
Okay.
So, yeah.
I appreciate that. And what's your views?
My body. Yeah, my rules, my body. What I say goes.
Okay, I appreciate that. So as it's your body, do you believe it's okay to abort the child no matter what the circumstance, or does it depend on the circumstance if the child lives or dies?
Say that again?
Okay, one more time, I'll do it a bit slow. So, as it's your body, actually, as it's your body, do you believe it's okay to abort the child no matter what the circumstances, or does it depend on the circumstance if the child lives or dies?
No, you can't put that type of decision on a life. Like I said, it comes back to the first question. If you're not responsible financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, ready to bring that child into the life,
don't do it.
From get-go, use your protection.
Yeah, don't do it.
Because everyone loves to pop out on plan Bs. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
You know?
You've got to be mentally and physically ready to bring a child into this world, because it takes a lot of work, a lot of commitment, because I'm a mother myself. Yeah, like I said, I've got 6 children. So it takes a lot. You've got to be focused and ready to fight the battles. And if you're not prepared to do that, then put something on the end of it.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. And just a last question. Why do you think it's okay to murder a baby in the womb, and it's not a criminal offence in the UK by law, but it's a crime to murder a child once the baby is out of the womb? What's your views on that?
I can't even answer that one. Like I said, I don't believe in abortions full stop anyway. So
I'm against it fully. No one should have the right to make a decision if a child should live or should not live. It shouldn't come down.
It shouldn't come to that. Because at the end of the day, they're not God.
There you go.
You know?
Only one should make the decision.
You know?
If you're ready for that.
If it's a miscarriage, then yeah, I can understand that, because you can't avoid that.
Mm.
You know, if you're in an accident and you're pregnant, then I can understand that. But to take it into your own hands, knowing you had choices to go do something like that, I don't agree.
If you've been given a blessing to make a life, create life, bring it into this world, then that's that alone, you should carry it fully. You shouldn't, because if women like that can't have kids, there you go. They can't have kids. Women are put here for a reason, to recreate. So you shouldn't take that lightly, you know?
Exactly.
You shouldn't throw it away like it's a toy, you know?
Exactly.
We really appreciate your time. Your views are very important.
Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Hey, fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, bitch, I done had enough. Fuck that fucking job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, cut between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, all these...
Excuse me. Huh?
Okay.
It changed since he touched it. Yeah, because it was like this last week as well. 1 second, going on live. You messed up my laptop. Shalom, Lord and Christ.
We're on the end, 130th episode, man. You know what I mean? Big up to that. We'll be out here, man. Big up to everyone in the chat. Like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Share it. You know what I mean? Shalom to Nakapaya West from Birmingham. We got Kamala from Birmingham. You know what I mean? The Howard Bar from Birmingham. The Yeesh from Birmingham. We got Tazapa one. But yeah, man. All the way from Manchester. You know what I mean? Barakia Allen, man. Straight from Canada. You know what I mean? Big up to that brother there, man. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. There's no better place to spend your Friday night, man, than right here, man. On the energy, isn't it? We got Alban here as well, man. You know what I mean? Big up to everyone. I'm sounding echo with them what?
A little.
All right, let me see what
Shit, listen, I'm looking light skin on that camera. I can see myself on the niggas looking all golden and shit. It's a luck, yeah. I'm looking all golden and shit. I was like, damn, is that me? So luck, yeah.
He's looking like bronze.
Listen,
not in fairness.
listen, I'm looking. I don't even know. I'm looking like a whole batch of women are gonna be trying to put in their requests. So luck you.
Come on. Also, I need to get to a car. You know,
Until they see me in real life and see him. Crafty, quick question: how do you change the layout of the StreamYard on your screen?
And you mean like this? You mean like so?
Basically, I'm a screen. The layout is horrible, but it went like this 2 weeks ago. I let my son use my laptop, and I don't know what he's done to it.
Listen, you got 2 laptops, man. You got one for the kids here, one for yourself. You can't be. I remember back in the day, like when your parents would like to play PlayStation on their good TV.
Do you say you're messing up the TV? Used to say you're messing up the TV. Can you remember? Game messes up the TV. The game messes up the TV.
Black people had a whole. Listen, black people had a whole theory. The theory was, yo, this is gonna mash up my TV. You get me? Listen, who told him that? Listen, the work. My grandma was not an electrician, but she swore blind that, listen, you can't play my TV. You're gonna mash up my TV. When the PlayStation game was made to go on the TV, you can't. But they might be right, man. You can't trust these kids, man. So that's yeah. So the thing set, man. But all right, first things first, I'm gonna get into it. That's some hot topics, man. About to get into it. Even that compliance stuff, rubbish, man. You know, that's garbage, man. The thing was made to play the TV. My parents go, don't want to play on my TV, you know, come mash up my TV. Listen, man, that's garbage, man. Look at this. It's someone carrying over the silly tradition, man. Silly, man. You know what I mean? But let's get into it, man. You know what I mean? Couple, my kids with their own laptop. Yeah, man. You got your own. You can't let the kids ramp me your things, man. So luck ya. Next week you have no laptop, man. So luck ya. No laptop left.
Listen, you know what else is mad as well? Like, he used my laptop for 2 days, and now the sound without headphones don't work. Like it's talking about some speaker. I said, huh? He had it for like an hour. Listen, I don't know. When he gets his first job, he can buy me a laptop back. That's his first paycheck.
You know what's sad about it as well? You see when it breaks, yeah? Nobody don't know nothing, you know.
Exactly.
No one knows. Everyone's like, oh,
I didn't touch it.
no one knows nothing. Everyone's quite like, well, I don't know who broke it, you know. Everyone has fun with it, yeah? When it breaks, no one knows who breaks it. In fact, no one breaks it. You ask them, man, who broke this? Not me. Not me. Which is wicked too, car. They're not saying they don't know. They're just saying not me. Meaning, I know who did it, but I stitching. Yo, man, them kids are fucking, man. So lucky.
Get me? So now I'm sitting here like an idiot, like with these, with my ribs work headphones on, the call center headphones. Now I'm here looking like I work in a call center.
you know the ones there. Oh man,
looking like I work in a call center. So lucky.
Yeah,
but listen, it's a call center today. Listen, you want to come and challenge us? You call in, man. You can call the call center today. So lucky.
And you get blasted the same way. That's you get blasted the same way, man. Don't watch that. But
with the mic or without the mics, go ahead, Salaka.
But listen to this, man. Yesterday I read something that broke my heart down the bar, man. I couldn't believe it, man. One of my greatest songs of all time, man. I play at every barbecue, every UPK event, man. You know what I mean? I had some terrible news, man. You know the tune TOK, Chichi, called Chichi, man. So you know I can never par in a Chichi man's yard.
Oh yeah. I've always hated that song. To be fair.
Listen, man, it's one of my anthems, man. One of my anthems, man. And this is what I heard about that tune lately, man. Listen, so lucky, man. Don't try not to cry, okay?
Listen, I got the glasses on in case I do.
So look at this, man. So this is TOK, the group that made the song, and it reads, TOK burns offensive Chichi Man song from catalog and live performances. Would you look at that, man? Their famous song, they say it's offensive and we ain't gonna play it no more because we don't want to offend the LGBTQ community, man. Would you look at that, man? Let's read some more about this. Dancehall group TOK has announced that Chichi Man arguably is the most popular song, and for some, a dancehall anthem, which it is, will be expunged from its performances moving forward. The term Chichi Man is Jamaican patois, is a derogatory slang used to describe gay or effeminate men. TOK's song, first released in the year 2000, has been unavailable on streaming platforms, but unofficial uploads remain on YouTube. 1 second. 1 second. So it says, explaining the group's decision to no longer perform the song, Sean Basie Clark told Luke Barbados in an interview, basically Chichi Man is like a gift and a curse. It's a great record that means so much to many people from just the love of the music, but for some people it is offensive as well. And because we feel like the music should unite people, we've made a decision to not perform the song because we don't want to offend our fans. Listen, man, you ain't offending me. It's like I'm one of your fans. It's like, and you ain't offending me. Because listen, if anyone knows about me, listen, we love women in the UPK, man. And that's the problem with people in the world. You give me you got Ecclesiastes 7:7. Which one is it, man? Salakia. Give me the one about a gift destroys the heart, man. Yeah, man. I'm Brocky Allison. I'm not offended. I ain't offended at all, man. What's man? Straight like 6 o'clock, man. And it's right. Listen, you never catch me in a gay bar myself. You never catch me in a chichi man's car, man. They're that. You get me? Even like a pie say, what a shame, man. The tune's bad. You get me? Sister Go, she wants to hear it on the 29th of May, man. Like, yeah.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
And that's the problem. A gift, but when the Bible says a gift destroys the heart, I mean a gift destroys the mind, it's talking about a bribe, man. A bribe is what you call a gift, and a bribe destroys the mind. Why do you think these brothers don't want to play that tune? Why? Because it's messing with their bag, man. It's messing with their money. They want to make money. They don't want to be cancelled. So they want to. So that's why they're gonna take down the song. That's why they're not gonna perform the song. That's why they're gonna expunge the song. Why? Because they want to make money, man. In the UPK, we're taught to stand on the truth, man. Whether it means you're hated, whether it means you're gonna be cancelled, whether it means people won't like you, but when you're in the world, you just say, you know what, I don't want no problems, man. I just won't play the song no more. And that's the difference between us and people out there in the world, man. People out there in the world, these brothers don't agree with that kind of lifestyle, man. They don't agree with the LGBTQ, but guess what? It's costing them money, man. So for that reason, they won't sing it. They won't offend people. So like give me one, one more. Give me Isaiah, man. 58:1. That's the problem. They don't want to offend their fans. In the UPK, we teach people the truth, man. Whether you like it or not, whether you hear it or not, whether you're offended or not, man. Whether you want to kill us or not. But these brothers, they got money to make, man. And gifts to show you the heart. The oppressor saying, listen, if you perform this song, you don't get paid. They're like, I guess we can't perform it, man. I got bills to pay. In the UPK, we like damn them bills, man. Every man in the UPK got bills to pay. But guess what? On Saturday, we're on them corners calling the oppressor the devil same way, man. We got bills to pay too, man. We got slaves and family members too. You know what I mean? But guess what? We're still out on the street corners calling the oppressor the devil to his face. Because we ain't like these men in the world, man. They're scared and they're worried about the light bill and they're worried about how I'm going to pay my rent. We don't worry about that, man. You know, we know God got us. So I can read that, Bible Shah.
Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not.
And that's what the Bible says. Spare not, man. That type of lifestyle is wrong according to the Bible, man. I don't care if your fans don't like it, man. I don't care if, you're going to get cancelled, man. Who gives a damn, man? The Bible goes to spare not. And if these brothers were the truth, that's what they'd be doing, man. But they're worried about their money, man. You know what I mean? It's lucky down the boy if you want to chime in.
And that right there is the mark of the beast, man.
That's
obviously
right.
They don't agree with it, but in order to get paid and in order to not get cut off from performances and traveling abroad, they have to accept the LGBT community, and they do this all the time, man. Now, when TOK made this song back in the days, a homosexual was a disgusting thing, and then now in 2023, all of them have came out the closet, and it's become a light thing because they've made it normal now. They've made homosexuality so normal that people look at it like, oh, they're just living their life, leave them alone. And now the thing is this: everybody outside of the truth, stuff that they say today, they change their mind tomorrow, man. The Lord tells you, He changes not. The Lord ain't gonna say to you, homosexuality is wrong one day and then it's right tomorrow. People in the world, they don't stand on nothing. So they change with the times, man. And like TOK, that's the proof that people in the world stand on nothing. Because one day they had a tune, burning out chichi men. Now they want to put water in that fire so these chichi men can live now. That's what they want to do, man. Now they want to be They want to be fire crews that put water on these chichi men now so they can live. Whereas before, their song, you know what? I've never liked that song anyway. I've just always thought I didn't like the beat. What do you even say in there? Something they don't go to a chichi man's yard.
You gotta never par in a chichi man bar. Give me fire, make me bun them. Then you gotta never drink in a chichi. No, I never drink in a chichi man bar. I never par in a chichi man's car. You know what I mean? The chorus slaps, man. It's one of them, it's not the deepest tune, but it's a little song you can vibe to and just sing along to. You get me?
And now they said that that's offensive, which means now they're gonna go to a chichi man's bar now. So whatever. And this is the thing, man. Most people don't stand on nothing. Most people don't stand on nothing, man. Listen, you make a song, you better stick to it. They should
That's
have
right.
they should have said, "Yo, everyone, that lifestyle is disgusting. We don't agree with it." They should have stood for something, man. But obviously, men that lack integrity and honor
That's right.
change their mind every 5 minutes. So it won't surprise. To be fair, the TOK they look like homosexuals to me anyway. I swear they all look soft and feminine, from what I remember.
All the two kind of soft still.
That's what I'm saying. They look soft. They look soft and feminine. So it doesn't surprise me. Sounds like when they made the song, they was indirecting each other. So lucky. It sounds like to me. Sounds like they was indirecting each other because from the ones that I've seen, they kind of look gay. Listen, for now, yeah, out of all them reggae artists, the only one I like right now who I'm still rocking with a little bit is Capleton. Obviously, Capleton seems like he stands for something.
Not even bouncing now. Come on, man. It must be Cartel of Blind, man. Come on, man.
I don't know with all the bleaching and you get me. I went. Cartel was kind of feminine in some ways. I think Mavaldo was more to me. Mavaldo was more masculine than Vibes Cartel.
Yeah, any man bleach up and tattoo on the neck and that. Out to you know.
Like Cartel started wearing all the skinny shorts and all of those weird stuff, whereas Mavaldo's kind of just kept it the same the whole time.
It's true still. Remember last week we was talking about how the whole yard food thing is getting too Western, getting too common, man. Listen, you were saying that you agree with the change, but tell me if this ain't going too far. Then yeah, you ready for it?
Let me see if it's on the menu for May 29th. So lucky.
Boy, them do it the right way. And you know what? Me have a special guest forward today. Yo, forward in yard. Wait, science class this? Yeah, man, Oxtail Raman. Oxtail Raman? Yeah. Kids. Watch your Oxtail, man. Nice. Biggie. Yeah, you know, say Oxtail expensive. Yo, you know. Can buy house, car, and land. Would that be a small house and car still can buy that though. True. That look good though. Well seasoned down. Let me see how it look now. Watch them on everything there.
Nah, like still look good. I want chicken broth. What? Hey. Give me pants.
Me have two.
What you see, Dango Bar?
What's the Oxtail noodles?
Oxtail noodles. Look at too far, man. Come, you can't agree with this, Dango Bar. I know you're mad, but you can't agree with this, man. Come on.
Lucky, I'm fucking with it.
Oh, this thing is.
Listen. Wait. Let me tell you why. Because there used to be a shop on Dudley. There used to be a shop on Dudley Road called Mishmash, and they done jerk noodles, and it was 10 out of 10. Did you ever try them?
Nah, you know
the jerk noodles. You know what? Probably because they made bullshit like that is why they closed down now. Who knows? But I'm telling you, they made the jerk noodles. Yeah, it had the onions in there, the jerk chicken, the jerk sauce, and listen, it was 10 out of 10. Them jerk noodles. I can't explain to you.
I think you're gonna go too far. You're going too far, man. I'm down to change, but oxtail noodles. Come on, man. With the egg in there. Man, I'll put egg in there, you know.
I don't know about the egg. Wait, so you're telling me you'd rather a pot noodle over the oxtail noodles?
Nah, I think the culture should mix. I think you have pot noodle or you have the oxtail. This mixing thing, like the mutton shepherd's pie. Oh no.
Listen. You see what it is? I'll be honest with you. I grew up as a black man where every dish came with rice, chicken and rice, mutton and rice, oxtail and rice, lamb and rice, fish and rice. Now I want a pie and some noodles, Salakia. I want some oxtail noodles.
It seems like
Oxtail
everyone's on your
ramen.
side.
So I can say that again.
It seems like everyone's on your side.
For once, usually no one agrees with me. For once, this is why you have to stand on something, and people one day agree with you. This is why you have to stand on something.
I'm standing on something. Listen, noodles didn't go with upsell 10 years ago. I'm still standing on it, man. Fuck that.
Listen, I'm telling you, that looked good to me.
Wow,
Imagine, you see what it is? If you tried them jerk noodles from Mishmash, listen, they even used to make the oxtail pizza. So imagine the topping on the pizza was oxtail.
With cheese on it.
With cheese on it. And the base was kind of like an oxtail gravy.
Yo, listen, the fact that he shut down says it all, man. That's what I'm saying. But wrong. So what the government's doing now, yeah, Dungabar, yeah? You see in London, because the knife crime's so high, they made bins everywhere where you can dump your knives in the bin. It's confidential, no one will lock you up, and then type of thing. So they had a bin in Central London, South London, sorry. And this look, just watch this, man. Look, watch this.
Your knives is so over full that there's knives actually falling out of this thing, out of this surrender your knife bank at Brixton police station. So it's so easy, just put your hand in there, grab a knife and just go on your way, because they can't be bothered to change it. Look at it, it's overflowing with knives. It's a disgrace. And then I've got to then come and represent someone for having a knife on them. Imagine.
Look at that. So much knife crimes in the UK. The bin is overfilling, man. It's overfilling. Guess what? I checked the stats here, and the rates ain't gone down. So even though the bins are full, the people are still getting stabbed, man, at a high rate. And this is the problem. Let me tell you something, black man. The oppressor can't save us, man.
Right.
The Bible can. The oppressor gets strict on crime. He gets more police. He got bins now. You know what I mean? Where you can put your knives. And guess what? Knife crime is still high, man. The only thing that can save us is the Bible, man. When the Bible says, what? Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt love your brother as you love yourself. That is how you solve the problem, man. Not by making bins, man. The police, listen, now about the police didn't even change it. They didn't even empty them. It was so high that you could put your hand in there and grab out a knife. We go into a government to save us that don't like us in the first place, man. When the Bible goes, love your brother as yourself. Listen, if you love your brother as you love yourself, you don't need them bins, man. You don't need to be strict on crime. Right. But we go to the oppressor for help, and he can't help us, man. Let me tell you something. In the UK, guns are illegal. And does that stop people from shooting each other? No. But guess what? Love your brother as you love yourself. That does, man. It's so bad that brothers get a replica gun and turn it into a real gun. Brothers get rebores, man. People get guns from Turkey. That's how much they hate each other. And instead of enforcing all these rules, all you got to enforce is love your brother as you love yourself, man. That's all you got to do, man. It's lucky long about, man.
And or the bins overflowing with knives, which shows that what? There's a problem in the UK. They think the problem in the UK is all these kids is running around with knives. The problem in the UK is there's a lack of brotherhood between black people, man. That's the problem in the UK. What they should do is turn over their platform to us, man. That's what they should do. You just telling people to hand in their knives. It's good, but a man handing in his knife doesn't teach brotherhood. It doesn't teach don't steal from your brothers, don't sleep with your brother's woman, don't do this, don't do that, don't sell drugs. We need laws, man. And we teach laws in the I.S.U.P.K. where guess what? Even if these brothers didn't hand in their knives, but they was taught these laws, they wouldn't use these knives on each other, man.
That's right.
Like them handing in their knives. What difference does it make? I mean, people have knives in their kitchen and weapons in their kitchen. If a man wants to harm someone, he's going to use whatever, man. The thing is this. There was even a study where most men said they can't put down their weapons because their enemies is after them, man. And imagine you're a man that hands in your knife. That ain't going to stop your enemies from coming after you. But what does stop your enemies from coming after you? You coming in here and serving the Lord, man. Because the Lord said, what? I'd even cause your enemies to be at peace with you.
That's right.
Man. You think we ain't had enemies and we see our enemies when we at camp? What do? They They don't ever come up to us and say, yo, I had beef with you 10 years ago. Let's do this. They nod their head, man. Why? Because they see they see the change. They see how you've changed your life. They see you're not that same person that you was before, man. They see a whole different mindset, whole different dress code. Listen, you could be the biggest gangster ever, and you could come in the truth, and people see you, and they'll be like, "That's not him no more. He's changed his dress code. He's changed how he speaks. He's changed how he behaves." Out there in the world, people try and change, but it don't work, man.
That's right.
In the world, people try and change, but in them changing, they might change one thing, but then they do something else wrong.
That's
Like
right.
they might say, you know what, I'm not gonna steal no more, but then you still try and sleep with another man's wife, which means what? The man that the people that you was gonna rob, they ain't gonna kill you because you don't rob them no more. But now, the man whose wife you're trying to sleep with, he's gonna try and kill you. In here, we nullify all of it, man. Just think, you can stop doing one thing, but if you're not in here, you're gonna be doing something else, man, which is wrong. And this is why you need to come here and learn all the laws of the Lord, man. Learn how to love your brothers, how to love your sisters. You gotta come in here and learn these things, man.
Guess what? Captain Parash in the building.
Oh shit, give him a hand. We got Captain Parash in the building.
You know what I mean?
What's that used like eating around there?
Oh, this is popcorn, man. You know the salt and sweet thing.
Nah, man, you need the toffee.
Oh,
nah.
You don't like the toffee?
Nah, but dead. Nah, man. Toffee don't slap, man.
Listen, somebody get in the comments and tell them the toffee popcorn is the best popcorn you're gonna get.
Dead.
You think?
Dead, man. You know what I mean?
What's the one you got there? So like you got. What's the one you got there?
Saying? Say that one more time.
What's the one you got there?
Sweet and salt.
Nah, you need toffee. So lucky, go ahead.
Nah, man, sweet's also one. So lucky. Oh, you seen the police chasing that man with a gun and ran him off his bike?
Damn. Oh.
You ain't seen it?
In the UK?
Yeah, right. Listen, he got must have a gun or something and he's driving off, and the policeman just ran him over, man. Let me get it real quick, man. The shit was cold. It was hilariously sad. It was fucked up, man. Let me put that off again. And you see that? And everyone's crying about, oh, no, that's inhumane. But this is the problem. He got a firearm. And let me tell you something, black man. When you break the law, you invite them to treat you bad. When you say, women how as it is, so our press treats us like shit regardless. But when you break the law, you allow them to slam you up on the bonnet. You allow them to lock you up. You allow them to beat you up in police custody. Why? Because you break the law, man. Now, if you could get a scripture about not a terrorist to them that they're good. You know what it is?
Ain't it? Hold on. I'm sure it was in.
I think it was Romans. Was it? It's 13:3.
That's the one.
Most likely, that's the one. And so lucky down the body, you're getting a bit of love. Everyone's saying toughest slaps. Toughest slaps.
I think while it is the feast days coming up and they're trying to soften my heart with by telling me they're not going to make them what pies was it I asked for last week? What was the pies again?
Mutton pies.
They're trying to soften my heart so they can say to me, we're not making the mutton pies. What was it you wanted?
You got Romans, what was it?
Yeah,
13:3.
The book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works.
There you go. And because rulers are not a terror to good works. What's a ruler, man? Like the police, man. the judge, the law. You know what I mean? If you're doing good works and they're not a terror to you, man. You got to be driving and go, oh shit, the police are coming, and turn down your volume. You got to do that, man. Let me tell you something down the bar. I kid you not, yeah. Just a true story. I drove illegal for so long that to this day when I see the police, I jump, man, for 2 seconds. Then I got to remind myself, yeah, I'm legal, man. You know what I mean? These men are terror to me. I don't break the law. But when you break the law, they are terror to you, man. You got to make sure your seat's straight and your music's down. When you're breaking the law, they can do things like run you over. They can do what they want because why you're breaking the law, man. But you're keeping the law. They can't do things like this. They are justified by running you over when you carry a firearm, man. They are justified by beating you up, man, when you sell drugs, man. Why? Because terrorists are not... Read that again.
For rulers are not a terror to good works.
And rulers are not a terror to those that do good works. But when you're not doing good works, they're a terror to you. They can run you over, man. They can run you over, which is inhumane. But is anyone going to care how inhumane it is when you got a gun? Is anyone going to care that the police beat you up in police custody when you were selling drugs? They're not, man. Our person, the devil the Bible speaks of, and he treats you bad regardless. But when you got a gun, you don't make it better for yourself, man. Slap your okay.
Yeah, if could do done about give me Romans a 10 and a 3. Just to touch upon that as well.
Like the Bible, I remember. I'm driving this for so long. From my teenage days to my mid-20s, you know. I was driving so long. At one point, I thought, this was before the truth, obviously. I was like, is there any point in getting a license? Like, I drive good, I got my own car. Listen, I wasn't even bothered no more. You know the ones that down the bar. Yo, I'm still staying, man.
It's lucky I can't relate. I didn't drive until I had a license. It's lucky. I can't.
See, that's a wise man right there. But I wanted the truth back then. I wanted the truth, and the rulers were a terror to me, man.
Nah, listen, I remember. Listen, I remember. Listen, man, that blue Peugeot still lucky. that blue Peugeot. Listen, I think I remember the reg till this day. X what? What was it?
X908.
Yeah, that's the one. I remember that.
Never mind what she remembers. That car was hard for its time. Yo, that car was bad.
The book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 3. For they, being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness.
And now that's the problem. In our community, we have a problem with establishing our own righteousness. You can't molest kids, no. But you can walk around with a gun, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? A knife ain't that bad. You know what I mean? He's not going to stab anyone. He's only going to stab people that mess with him. That's your righteousness. That's what you think works for you. And here's the problem. As nation, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we got to find God's righteousness, man. For so long, you know what I mean? As a community, we've lived with things that we will accept and things that we won't accept.
That's right.
And some of those things that we won't accept, some of those things we will accept, it doesn't fulfill the righteousness of God, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? There's some people that are like, well, you know, he's not going to stab anyone. He's not going to stab his enemies, but how about we don't kill each other at all, man?
That's right.
You know what I mean? And them things happen when you establish your own righteousness. And that's how the enemy wins, because in our community, there's things that are wrong and we look at it as like, well, you know what I mean? I don't see nothing wrong with it. Listen, we got to be perfect, man.
That's right.
The oppressor hates us already. We are going to be done wrong in some instances, but don't give them the opportunity.
That's right.
And the only way we get that is if we fulfill God's righteousness.
That's right. Absolutely, man. Like a dog. When I say that dog about.
And what color was the man? Because I couldn't see.
I couldn't see myself, to be honest. Couldn't see, to be honest.
It looked like a white man from. I can't tell though.
I couldn't really see, but
did he have a weapon on him?
Gun police come out, intelligence, the whole nine come out from.
Because there's a brother I know that the police killed that didn't have a weapon on him called Mark Duggan, man.
That's right.
And people are saying that this might be a white man, because the way how people are saying they shouldn't have done that. No one said that about Mark Duggan, man.
That's right.
They pulled up his past. They pulled up a picture of him at his daughter's graveside and cropped the picture. Like, that's one of the worstest things you could do, man. They cropped the picture and said, look at his face. This man looks like a criminal. he was upset because he lost the child, and it was at the graveside. They cropped it and only showed half a picture, man. So this devil, as a black man, you need to minimize your chances of even being in contact with them. That's what you want to do, man. A little arrest for you as a black man could turn into you being killed, man. A little, as a black man, you have a little bit of weed of you could turn into them sticking their hand down your throat, claiming that you tried to swallow drugs, and you ain't swallowed nothing, man. Imagine
right.
Rashawn Charles, they put their hand down his throat so they swallow drugs, and it came out he didn't swallow no drugs. What's the police gonna do? Apologize to his family? That doesn't resurrect him from the dead, man. That apology doesn't make Rashawn Charles come back from the dead. And an apology means nothing once somebody's dead, man. How about they could have done things the right way? Like they could have took him to the police station. What's that thing to do? Take you to the police station.
Yeah, make it pass it out, man.
That's it. You could have took him to the police station. You could have put him in a cell, waited for him to go toilet and whatnot, and it would have came out. And in his case, nothing would have came out because he didn't swallow drugs. But what do you do?
That's right.
Ram your finger down his throat and kill him and say to his mom, "Oh, sorry." How do you kill a man and say, "Oh, sorry, we made a mistake"? And the thing is this: if you've ever seen how much times the Met Police and the West Midland Police have said, "Oh, sorry," and a couple years later they kill somebody else, black man. They don't mean these sorries, man. They say all these sorries, but then they do the same. The whole point of saying sorry is you make a mistake and you don't make that mistake again.
That's right.
How are you saying sorry and then you commit the same mistake again, man? Which shows they're not sorry. And what do? They give you a payout, man. Like I said, that payout ain't gonna bring them brothers back from the dead. That payout ain't gonna make them come out the grave and go back to living their normal life. It ain't gonna give those children their fathers back, man. And this is why we need to stay as far away from this devil as possible. We need to stay away from this devil, man. When most interactions you have with him, you wanna record it, man. Because they lie. You do know the police officers can turn off their body cameras.
Yeah, on the time, come on. And they all stick up for each other as well.
That's it. The body camera, on the day they beat you up, the body camera didn't work. It didn't work on the day they beat you up. But when they find you with weapons, the camera works perfectly fine, man. Listen, man. What we need to do is just change our life, and you come here and have minimal interaction with them, man.
That's right.
Have minimal interaction with them. Why? Because you have the protection from the Lord. The Lord will make sure there's no cop coming to harass you, man. Because you have the Lord's protection. But when you ain't serving the Lord works contrary to you, man.
That's right.
So you think I'm gonna sell these drugs and nobody's gonna catch me? And when those police pull you over, you're gonna be screaming for the Lord, and the Lord's gonna laugh at your calamity, man. I'll say, listen, I'll say you come in here and never sell drugs again.
That's right.
Because you sell drugs, and guess what happens? You go to jail. And then when you go to jail, the same woman you sold drugs to impress, she's hooking up with another drug dealer, man. And then you sold drugs to buy a Mercedes, and by the time you come out of jail, that Mercedes is old. Listen, man, 5-6 years ago, Giuseppe's was the thing, man. Everybody sold drugs for Giuseppe's.
Remember lubes? Remember red bottom trainers?
And what are those now? Nobody cares about them.
Imagine.
Nobody cares about Giuseppe. Go ahead.
I know, man, that sold drugs, man. They got locked up. They went to jail in Averett jackets, man. You get me? And they come out recently, and all that designer ain't in no more, man.
That's it.
So they sold drugs to live in designer. It's not even in no more, man. Listen, that should break your heart, man. That should tell you, listen, it ain't worth it, man. They're coming out down the buying fucking True Religion boot cuts and everything, man. And you look at them like it's like they walked in a time machine. Thinking, who are these brothers, man? Like that show you that, listen, these things that we sell drugs for ain't even worth it, man. And King Solomon said it. He said it in Ecclesiastes, man. That is vanity. All things are vain, man. You know what I mean?
And so lucky, like, I know people that's killed people for phones. There was a man that killed someone for a 6230, man. And a 6230. Can you even send picture messages on there?
No. Not even touchscreen. Was that in the early 2000s?
Yeah, so you killed a man so you can play Snake, man. Imagine that. You killed a man so you can play Snake on the Nokia 6230, man. And what was the tiny one? The 8210?
Yeah,
yeah. Them phones are hard. I need to get one of them, you know.
Nah, they're gone up in price, you know, on eBay. They're gone up in
What
price.
you say?
They're gone up in price on eBay.
They're not more than the iPhone, though. There must be a couple.
Nah. They ain't that much, but listen, you must remember the best phone ever, that little Leaf phone, the diamond one.
Yeah, and you talk to the side of it like that.
Listen, that was the best phone ever. The 70, I think it's the Nokia 7600.
I can't remember, man. Yo.
Listen, Ace Lucky Arban, this was before your time. Before Arban's time.
I listen, you might not remember the Walkman phone. Remember the Walkman phone?
That was a bad phone too.
So the said, come on, it's orange in it. Got a bad boy phone. That was real.
That's the first MP3 phone.
Come on, man. You might not know about Bluetooth. Come on, is Bluetooth still out now?
Yeah, Bluetooth.
And infrared.
Nah, infrared does.
They don't know about making your ringtone on the phone. You know about them ones.
Man.
You gotta make the ringtone on your phone.
Yeah, what's it called? The composer. The Intake composer. It's lucky, man. Let's get to the next one, man. We're going too much down memory lane. It's a lucky, man.
We're showing our age. It's a lucky.
Man got bad instincts.
No, that's enough. I do that. That's me. That's my job, brother.
You know,
That's my job, brother.
You know, I'm just doing my job, my friend.
I know. Hey,
I mean,
you going.
That
For the rap.
doing my job, my
It
friend.
comes with the thing.
Yeah, it comes with the whole.
Man, give me some of this, bro. I got this, bro. This is my job. I only do this.
Wow, son. You know when you go to Jamaica and on them beaches and then renters are giving out massages, man.
Wow.
Yo, this is a man that loves his wife, man. You can't be doing that, man. So lucky. The man says it's my job, it's what I do, but listen, a man that loves his wife won't allow that. And you know what's mad? You should have heard all the women in the comments, oh, he's insecure. A real man, feels secure in his own body. A man's just doing his job. He just got low self-esteem. And that is in the Bible. So otherwise, man, it's a lucky down. But I don't keep getting scriptures, man. You could get Ecclesiasticus 36 and 24. That's what the Bible says, man. This man ain't insecure, man. That's what the Bible says about a man that got a woman, man. A man that got a woman, she's his woman. And it's his job to protect her, man.
That's right.
His job to put a hedge around her, man. Can't be touching that man's woman, man. This ain't a little touch like this, touching her raw body, He's rubbing lotion down the bar in the girl's flesh, man. Any man that loves a woman wouldn't allow that, man. Only a weak man that's scared that his woman might cost back will allow that, man. A real man wouldn't allow that, man. So lucky. A real woman wouldn't allow that at all, man. You get me?
Hold on one second. This app's messing up.
Sure. Huh?
One sec. This app's messing up. Give me 1 second.
Oh, no sweat.
I think. Hold on.
And that's what society does. If you're a black man, imagine this other one. If you're a black man and you don't like the LGBT because it's wrong, God says it's wrong. Guess what they say? You ain't comfortable in your sexuality. Maybe something with you. Maybe there's a bit of gay in you. That's why you act like that. No, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm just righteous, and that's it. I don't want no man rubbing down my woman, man. I'm not insecure. I don't, maybe you're lacking something. You don't really love yourself, maybe because you don't really. It's only a job. A real man wouldn't feel insecure about that. Maybe I just don't want a man touching my woman, man.
Okay, a lot of times people that say things like that, they say it because it's not them. Them saying what the comment says about the man's this, the man's that. Let it be their wife, man.
That's right.
One day, let them be in the West Indies, and there's a renter dread rubbing down his wife on like a wooden raft, man. And listen, he will go ballistic, man.
That's right.
Why? Because no one believes that. There's many things in life. It sounds nice to say. It sounds good. But no one believes that. Any man would be angry if they caught their woman doing what she did, man. Why? Because it's natural. It's something that the Lord put in you to be protected, man.
That's right.
If you're a man, your job is protecting. If there's a problem, your wife, she brings you in it.
That's right.
She calls you why? Because you're the protector. And there's a man rubbing it down and he's doing what God put in him, which to protect, man.
That's right.
So you know what I mean? That he's not insecure. You know what I mean? He's doing what he's meant to do as a husband, man.
And the thing is, it's like I said, in the comments was mainly women, he's insecure. These same women that go crazy when the man even looks at another woman, man. When the man even makes a comment, if a man's head even turns, man, and talking about his insecure, man. What's like it done? If you could read that.
Ecclesiasticus.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession,
And the Bible goes, he that gets a wife gets a possession, man. Meaning this woman belongs to you, man. She don't belong to no rented dread, man. Listen, if you got a car, you own that car. No next man got the right to lean on that car. No next man got the right to bust open the door and sit in the driver's seat. It's your possession, man. This woman belongs to this man. If anyone wants to rub it down, it should be him, man. Keep it in.
A help like unto himself.
And he gets himself a help like unto himself. A woman that can help him. A woman that she's a help unto himself. A woman that can help him. Keep it in.
And a pillar of rest.
And a pillar of rest, man. A woman that, after a hard day, you can go to. After a hard day of oppression and slavery. A woman that, I'm going home now. A lot of men got women that they don't want to go home to. But that shouldn't be the case, man. You got a lot of men in the bar, in the pub, talking about, oh, man, what time is it? I gotta go home in 20 minutes, man. Oh, God. She talks too much, man. She gets something there, like, oh, I gotta go back to hear her mouth. But nah, man, a woman's supposed to be a pillar of rest, man. You're not supposed to be in the bar. Your bridgeman say, yo, Crawford, go to the bar. Nah, like, man, bar. I'm going home. Why want to sit with you niggas for, man? I'm gonna go hook up with my nice girl at home, man. But sadly, because of Christianity, a woman got such big mouths, our men don't want to go home, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to call us. Your woman got to call the bar, man, because you phone it on. It's so-and-so there, yeah. The barman lying for you. Nah, he ain't here, you know. You know what I mean? That's how it is, man. But still have to carry on.
Where no hedges, there, the possession is spoiled.
There you go. A woman's supposed to have a hedge around there. What's the hedge? Protection, man. And the Bible goes, where no hedges, that possession is spoiled. Spoiled means robbed. Where there's no hedge, your woman gets robbed, man. If you don't put up any boundaries and protect, like your car's a possession, and you get a car alarm on it, man. Because if you don't, why? People steal it, man. You get an immobilizer, why? Because if you don't, people steal it. And if you don't put a hedge around your wife, men are gonna rub her down with lotion, man. Men are gonna try to get a number. Men are gonna slide into her DMs, man. You gotta put a hedge around it, and don't let society say, "Oh, you're insecure, man, because you're checking her phone. You're insecure because you're checking her DMs. You're insecure about what man looks. You're insecure about what she wears. You're not, man. You just got a hedge around your wife. You love your wife, man. You got a hedge around her, man. The same way how you lock your door at night time to protect your house. The same way you lock your car at night time to protect your car. You just got a hedge around your woman, man. That's all it is, man.
You chime in on that. And this is what a lot of people, they won't say to you, but it's true. A woman likes a man to protect her.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Although the women are typing he's insecure, if it was them and their man didn't do nothing, she would lose all the respect she has for him.
That's right.
She'd be like, I was on the beach, a man's hand was all over me and he's walked past me laughing.
He didn't even do nothing.
Trust me, she will lose all respect for him. So really, a woman doesn't believe that. It sounds nice to say, it sounds good, but really, do you know what I mean? She wants you to walk over there and go, what the hell are you doing?
That's right.
Get your hands up her. And listen, any woman that doesn't want that, you better leave her alone, man. You know what I mean? Something's wrong with her. A woman likes to have protection, and it's inside a man to protect, man.
That's right.
And you know what I mean? And the thing is, people like those things. And, I know because of society and the internet, people fight it, but naturally, those are the things that people like.
Car. It's like a dog. When chiming in anything.
And what makes it more crazy is if your woman's willing to do that in front of you, what is she doing when you're not there, man? You need to worry about. If your woman is so comfortable lying down with a man massaging her in front of you, what is she doing when you're not there, man? It's like children. Children, usually, your parents think they're innocent, and even children are smart enough to know, I'm going to do this behind my parents' backs. I'm not going to do it in front of them. Imagine your woman does this in front of your face, man. Lying down, got a man massaging her, and the renter dread, he knows it's inappropriate, man. He knows it's inappropriate. You know how you know he knows this? He's saying this is his job. Listen, if her man had said to the renter dread, I want the same service, the renter dread would say no. The renter dread would know that's not my job, it's inappropriate. But while it is these renter dread, people know when something's inappropriate for what they think is inappropriate. Listen, man, straight away the renter dread, it wouldn't say that's his job if the man said, all right, let's switch. I'm going to go there, not here. The renter dread would be quick to say, I'm not doing that. And then that man would say, but you said it's your job. Listen, man, he just wants to feel up people's wife, and people's wives is letting him. Listen, man, teach your woman at home how she should act once she's out the house, man. Teach your woman at home, when you're out and I'm not there, you're representing me, man. Like you wanna give your woman liberty. Like you wanna give your woman liberty and know with this freedom, she's not gonna have sex with another man. With this freedom, she's not gonna start moving all wild and doing all of these kind of stuff. And this is why you see that Muslim men keep their daughters and stuff locked in the house because they know that they're hoes, man. Whereas, that's exactly why these Muslim men is all strict like that, lock them in the house because they know their daughters is hoes. They know they can't let them walk a yard without them doing something they're not supposed to. In here, man, we raise our women and our daughters. So what? Once they leave the house, they know they're representing us, man. Every time your woman's outside, she's representing you, man.
That's right.
Every time your woman goes to the bar with her friends, she's representing you. You wanna be at home and be comfortable, knowing, oh yeah, my ribs out. She's with her friends. She's come back later on. You don't want to be that man who's at home. I wish it was morning because I think she's having sex with her next man right now. You don't want to be that man saying, I wish the night could go fast so she don't enjoy the sex for longer than she's supposed to be enjoying it. You don't want to be that man. Thinking, I wonder what my woman's getting up to. You better raise them women right, man. Teach her how not to be a hoe. Because this woman's lying down, getting a massage, trying to tell her man, listen, I don't care if that's the service it offers. If your man says that's my job, you get up, man.
That's right. That's right.
You get up. Listen, you ain't flying on no plane back with me from Jamaica, man. You ain't coming back on no plane back with me from Jamaica after that, man. Listen, I'm coming back on my own, man. You can stay in Jamaica, man. You're staying in Kingston or wherever you was, man. But you ain't coming back to England with me. Forget that. Listen, man. What that man needs to do is get a flyer, because he was right, man. Right. And the world's making him believe that he's less of a man. He's insecure. Listen, man. A strong man knows what his woman's doing at all times and where she is, man. While it is a weak man lets his woman get away with murder. In here, you ain't getting away with none of that, man. In here, you're gonna tell us where you're going. You're gonna tell us what time you're gonna be home.
That's right.
You're gonna tell us who you're hanging with. Listen,
and are we insecure?
Exactly. Because listen, man, I don't want to be. Listen, in here, our women respect us, man. And this is why when our women come home, we don't have to say busted. It's 2 o'clock in the morning where you've been. We don't have to say that. Busted. It's 2 o'clock. How's the rest of the song go?
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. That's what knows, you know. So the actor of Prima Pop. You went on the lyrics.
So like, who was she partying again within the song?
Oh, Kelly?
A girlfriend, she said.
See?
No, she got Kelly. When she came back, she was with
girlfriend.
What's her name? Shaquan Robin or some shit.
Shaquan Robin.
I'm about to like Dagobada. Shaquan Robin, so like, yeah.
Nah, you know that she's a banger though, innit?
Yeah. It slaps, man. You can't lock that. It slaps.
I'm telling you.
However, go, she's dancing and all sorts. No, shopping, dancing and all sorts. Fucking hell.
How did he even find that she was lying to him?
Cause you know the tube, man. Not playing games, man. You know the tube, man.
All I know is all I know is upstairs, call a cab.
Kids on that.
All I know is upstairs.
They went dancing next week. Of course, he's lying, man.
All I know is to call a cab. While you're at it, pack your bags. Listen, remember when you swore in the song, it sounded real aggressive.
Yeah, it's a big man store. You know what I mean? But listen, man, we ready for a quick break? One tune and come back.
Yeah,
all right, we're back in 2 minutes and 35 seconds, man. You alright, shalom.
Yay-Z. You know the chop. I.S.U.P.K. Badness no sad. Let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay, boy. You must see one back this spray. When the map stick raise that big straight. Shot misplace. The key them in your head stop misbehav. Crack his face. The key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, We bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds. We no take drape up, we no take plate up, we no stay up. And when the next day come, we no change up. My heart them brothers them wake up. AK bus boy head top shake up. So tell a pussy well don't violate us. No care where your status, where you take up. Every man a killer till miss a dead face you straight up. Great stuff, one Westling bigger than NATO. Man we boss it to NATO. Only man we afraid of, that are the creator, the maker. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around, AR-15 and AR rounds. AR-15s and AR rounds. AR-15s and let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot gasket stay boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that lick straight. Shot misplaced. The teeth them in your head stop misbehave. Crack his face. The key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this space. War red them bunny like plastic plate. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds.
So lock ya. Just me. I'm about supposed to be on this intermittent and shit.
You meant to be on what?
Some intermittent, eating one bag of sweetie, you know.
Listen. Since I come back from America, this is this whole week I've been trying to eat healthy and it's difficult, man.
God, listen, don't judge me. I'm trying, man.
I try.
Pressure comes through with alcohol and shit. I'm thinking, yo, come on, man. Can't be doing this, man. Can't be doing this. Oh. But, yo, second half of the show, and getting some podcasts, man. So this is something I saw on a podcast the other day. Let me know what you think about it. Let me get it real quick. So this is Castillo. You know Castillo also the big man thing, bro. He was on the show, and this is what he said.
%. 100 million gazillion %. I see a video the other day. Even I was watching KSI's documentary.
Shout
out to KSI.
Big money, man.
But
Big
it's
money
like,
thing.
brother, he even told us he had to read books. How to get girls. You know what I'm trying to say?
Man, them had the instruction manual.
Man never had the manual. I just had the Jamaican blood.
Come on, bro.
You get me? When you got the Jamaican blood, you cut through. You don't need to read no manuals.
I'm not Jamaican, but big. I feel you.
Yeah,
bro. You get me?
No, I'm trying to say though, innit?
See that's a message, Tippy. I just want to look at the camera and say this, bro.
tell
See,
them.
some man you had to read books, bro. You had to read books.
Yeah.
Some man, we had to master the algorithm. You get me? We had to master
like
the
that one.
algorithm.
What's that one?
The algorithm.
Algorithm.
It's
So
trademark,
got
bro.
my
Don't
lips,
ever steal it.
algorithm.
The algorithm.
Yeah, allow me. If you ain't
Big
got
man
the
thing.
algorithm, I'm sorry. Can't
See
really
that?
get involved in this conversation.
Certain man, you lot had to get instructions, bro.
Boy, and look at that, man. A man said KSI, which is a filthy African, had to read a manual how to chat to gal, man. Look at that, man. This brother said, listen, it's in my blood, man. He said, I got the algorithm. Because us Israelites, we got the algorithm, man. KSI had to read a manual on how to talk to women. Talk about what manual did you read, man? Just going to school and stuff and just being around life, man. You pick it up, man. Listen, black brothers here, we're not number one in college. I mean, we're not number one in careers and so forth. But the one thing that we are number one in, that's women, man. You bet even Mark Duggan, shot Mark Duggan dead in the street, man. And when they were slandering him, what did they say? This womanizer with bare women. See, he didn't go uni, he didn't go college. But one thing we got women. Black men are so good at getting women. Guess what? In the 60s, black men took away the white woman from the white man. Stole her, man. Black men are the reason why Indian man can get white women nowadays, man. We knocked them off the high horse and we made them go, actually, let me try the Indian man. Before that, the Indian man was gross, man. Black men are so good at getting women in slavery. The white woman would sleep with black men. Who wants to sleep with a slave that they don't wash? But that's how great we look, man. You know, like, I just said this is. Listen, we're gonna get the algorithm in the Bible, man. It's like, yeah. Anyone want to break it down for me? I'll read it for you, man.
You might have to chime in 1 quick second.
Go on, suck it.
And listen, man, you know what I mean? Not even in the UK, worldwide, man.
That's right.
You better thank the Israelites, man. Why? Because you watch us, and then now you can get girls, man. Meaning, if you didn't act like us, talk like us, have a demeanor like us, walk like us, you will get no front, man.
That's
You'll
right.
get no girls to the day you die, man. Why? Because we would have more, man.
That's right.
And listen, you watch us and know, well, he gets girls. I'm going to watch what he does, what he says, the lingo, how he talks. And then what? You get women.
That's right.
So why you hate us, you better thank us, man.
That's right.
Why you look down on us, you better give us some respect. Because we're the reason why there's women in your bed tonight, man.
That's right.
If you was acting like us, you'll be like a single bed alone, man. You wouldn't need no double bed. You wouldn't need no king size, queen size. You wouldn't need nothing. All you need is a single bed because you'll be getting no woman, man.
So if you make even races that don't like black men, they want their own race that acts like a black man, though.
There you go.
Like you get yourself an East Indian woman that don't like black men, which you shouldn't, but should go out with an East Indian man that acts black.
There you go.
East Indian man with his hat backwards. They're basically, you gotta be a black man to get women. When you got black flavor, that's when you're attractive. That's when you look good now. You know what I mean? Elvis Presley, the women loved him. Why? Because Elvis dressed how black men dressed back then. With his perm. Well, did he perm his hair?
Like, yeah, he greased it.
He greased it, but black men would have the perm. Try dance like us, had the flavor like us. Why they said Bruce Lee also used to dress like a roll with black people back in the 80s.
That's factual.
And his whole swagger was black, man. When you're black, listen, suck it, man. I'm gonna get you the gal with him in the Bible. It's like I'm gonna start ranting, man. Let me get that. Exodus 22:16. And if a man entice a maid.
So look at that. What does the word entice mean, man? Meaning you persuade someone.
That's
man.
right.
Meaning, even in the law, if a man persuades a woman, how? By what? Using some enticing words, man.
That's right.
Telling her she looks pretty, man.
That's right.
Telling her, you know what I mean? You're the only woman I want in my life, man. Which isn't true, by the way. But you know, it's what he says. Listen, man, with the algorithm, it's in Exodus, man.
That's right.
Meaning, even in the culture we got, it's a culture where men get women, man.
That's right.
Men entice women. Listen, man, if it's in the Bible, meaning Israelites done this all the time, man.
That's right.
Israelites knew how to approach a woman and tell her what she wanted to hear, man. You know what I mean? We had it, and I don't know the brother's name, but it's right. It's in our blood, man.
That's right.
Not because we're Jamaican, but because we're Israelites.
That's right.
Good.
I like what you said, sir. If it wasn't for arranged marriage, some of these people would never be married, man.
Trust me.
If it wasn't for arranged marriage, some of these men would never get girls, man. In the Bible, we had arranged marriage, but guess what? You had men that also could go out there and find a woman, man. They could go out there and entice her, man. Give her things that make her feel good, man. Tickle them ears, man. Make her go, ooh, I like him, man. You know what I mean? Make us, these men had a gal with her, man. You know, make a woman want to come link you, man. Make a woman want to come phone your phone, man. Stay on the phone all night, man. Make a woman believe that you love her, man. What's the inner power? She said goes, I'm an undercover liar, man. A liar under the covers, man. You know what I mean? And no other nation don't have what we got, man. They got them enticing words, man. They're cheesy and corny, man. Indian man ain't got lyrics to sweep a girl off her feet, man. But black people do, man. Whether you're from America, whether you're a Judite, them Judites are some smooth niggas, man. So luck, yeah. Then Benjamites ain't so. Now Benjamin kind of smooth still, but Benjamites are kind of explicit with it, man. Kind of be explicit, man. If you're a girl out there that's been chirped by a yardie, listen, now you know what, forget it. But girls that been chirped by a yardie before, no, she's explicit, man. Lucky dog, boy.
And it's crazy because reading a manual on how to get girls, it won't really work because every woman's different. You need to know how to change your approach depending on what girl you speak.
Nobody talk like a brother that knows, you know. Oh, go on. You best mind, you know.
I read a few books like KSI, so lucky. I read a few books like KSI, but like there's ways to get women, man. Like you see them, you just look at them, you go over and you just, tell them, I've had my eye on you all night, even though you've only been there 1 minute. You just say, yo, I've had my eye on you for the whole night. Let me not spit no more game, but then you just tell them all of those things, man. It's not hard to get women. You just go there, I've had my eye on you all night. You're beautiful, I like what I see, I can't stop looking. And you just stare all in their face like, different angles. So, let me stop. Listen. I got listen. Tell KSI I got a book coming out. How to get women, man.
That's right. What was it called? Solomonism.
You buy my you purchase my book. Get me, Craft. You gotta look at them from different angles. Like I ain't seen you before. You get me, so that's all I'm giving them today. Log in next week. I'll give you the second part. So lucky.
A little Ken chime as well. And that shows that what we got is a priceless, because this is KSI.
That's right.
He's got a drink on the market. He's a millionaire, has celebrity boxing matches, and all the money he had, women just didn't want him.
That's right.
They didn't find him attractive. They didn't find him masculine like the chosen people of God, man.
That's right.
They showed you that all the money, all the nice cars you got, that doesn't mean you're gonna get women, man. Listen, man, we are in Birmingham right now, and there are Indians that got some very nice cars, man.
That's right.
Map-free, fast cars. And listen, with me on the bike, they couldn't get half the women I could get, man.
Right.
Or like any brother that's on the bus. You know what I mean? They couldn't get the women that you get. Why? Because it's you, man.
That's right.
You got the algorithm. They don't, man. And the BMW don't help him. The Mercedes it doesn't help him. Listen, man, you know what I mean? It's something that you gotta have, and if you're an Israelite, you got it, man. Imagine this. KSI, a man that's got money just don't have it. Why? Because he's not the chosen people of God, man.
Right.
That's right, man. And listen, black people be broke. Listen, the black men be broke. Be broke, man. And got more girl than rich people, man. Listen, that's something you got to be born with, man. You got men. Listen, I saw something on we don't condone what's it called, Salakia? Adultery, Salakia. But I saw something, man, on TV, man. Crazy Titch, the rapper that got locked up for life, was having sex in jail with a female prison warden, man. You seen it?
Mm-hmm.
And this prison warden, she was married. And I said to myself, would you look at that, man? This woman is married with a husband at home, having sex with a man that got no money, having sex with a man that wears the same clothes every day, man, having sex with a man that wears the same great tracksuit every day, man. And I said, boy, this man must have something that her free husband don't have. Well, her free husband out there working, he's working 2-3 jobs to keep her happy, and this black man that can't offer her nothing, she wants him, man. Listen, I don't condone adultery, man, but blood, clearly this man here got the gal with him, man, and her husband at home don't have it, man. I couldn't believe it. So is that it on that?
Or the one about layhold in Deuteronomy. So we read in Exodus about entice a maid. In Deuteronomy, there's one about laying hold. So even again, showing you the culture that we had where men got women, man. It was the norm.
Deuteronomy 22 and 28. And if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her.
So now, he lay hold on her. Now, this lay hold is with his word, man. He captivated her. And what he laid hold, meaning she goes home thinking about him, man. You know what I mean? Who's that guy? What did he say? He laid hold on her, man. Meaning that's the culture that we have. That's why there's laws in place. Why? Because men did this all the time, man. We was born with it, man. And that's why it's in the law, because, you know what I mean? For us to get a woman, it wasn't hard, man.
That's right.
It wasn't difficult like how a KSI had to buy books, man. And like, when you read a book, what do you do? Like, do you you got the book, then you get like a pen and pad and what, take notes? Like, how does it work? Like, how do you apply the book? It shows you that, you know what I mean? He just doesn't have it, man. And he was desperate that he wrote books about it.
And so the Bible goes, if a man sees a damsel in the field and lay hold on her and lie with her, the sister goes, GMS take this point and muck it up, which is true. GMS is a fake Israelite group, and they read the part where it says lay hold on her. See, you can rape a woman. It's not talking about lay hold on her, man. If I said to Pressure, I went to the club last night, man, I pulled bare girl, man. I pulled loads of girls, man. Didn't mean I pulled them, man. It means I seduced them. I pulled them in with my conversation, man. With my talk, by enticing and saying that's you lay hold on the woman. You captured her. When it means captured, when a woman goes, you know what, he captured me, he captivated me. This nigga didn't put her behind bars, man. Same thing in the other scripture. They go together. He saw a woman and he enticed her, man. You know, he captured her. So yeah, he pulled her in. He laid hold on her. He told her things that she likes to hear, man. Told her he's never gonna leave her, man. You know, you're the only girl in my mind, whatever the case may be. And that's what he did. And laid hold on her and had sex with her. He's not literally talking about, you know, holding her down and raping her and cocking her legs back, man. That's disgusting, man. You know what I mean? Rape is never condoned in the Bible, man. You read about scriptures about rape where King David's son raped King David's daughter, man. And rape wasn't applauded, man. You read about when them Africans raped our sister, man, and they got killed for it, man. Rape has never been applauded in the Bible, man. These Israelites don't know the Bible like we do, man. Slack it down about.
And not the reason why they teach that scripture means they can rape is because they ain't got the algorithm, man. That's all it is. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to they can't get women. Now, if you could get women naturally, you wouldn't have to do that, man. While it is, there's women out there that they like and they know they could never get those women. And the only way they can get those women is by beating them over the head with something and raping them, man. Whereas in here, the game that we have in here, man, you be trying to take your drawers off, Salakia. The game in here has you take your drawers off, man. And you be begging us to marry you, man. That's how much game we've got. Listen, Crawford. If only the request Captain Parasha gets Salakia. Listen, Captain Parasha's the camp leader over the UK. You sisters be putting in your requests and Salakia. Let me be quiet.
Trust me, no one's trying to tell you get someone in trouble, man. Salakia, man.
Let me be quiet. There's a file, Salakia. Let me be quiet.
And that's what it is, man. You know, in case I didn't guide, the brother said it goes, yo, it's Israelite blood in me, man. And that's how it is, man. Jamaican man known, Jamaican man got a bad reputation for having loads of women, man. You know what I mean? Or is it good? I don't know, but what I do know is we got the gal with it, man. Salakia, man. That's all I can say. Let's get to the last one for today, man. I saw something that kind of brushed me the wrong way, man. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Don't know what I saw this today. It pissed me off, man. I couldn't believe it. Let's see if I can find it.
Is it religion's role to get involved in politics? We're joined by Church of England minister Reverend David Peterson, who says the church is meant to spread the gospel and not intervene in policy, and broadcaster and commentator on religion and ethics, Ray Duke, who thinks the Archbishop is brave and bold to speak out. Let's go to you first, Reverend. Archbishop of Canterbury, effectively, he's your boss.
Yes, yes.
But you don't agree with what he did?
Yeah, no, I think that he's doing a great job. You know, I just think that we need to focus more on preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. As the church, we need to be more focused on souls going to hell rather than immigrants being sent to Rwanda. You know, we need to focus on spreading the gospel of Jesus so that we can populate the kingdom of God rather than the United Kingdom.
But if he's a religious man like you, he believes in, souls going to heaven. He also believes it's apparent, you know, from what he said, it's morally unacceptable to act towards immigrants in this way. Why do you think he's wrong for speaking out about it?
Yeah, I just think that currently, I think the Church of England is trying to be so relevant that we're almost becoming irrelevant, in the sense that if we focused on our great commission given to us by our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ, which is to go forth, make disciples, baptizing people in the name of the Father, Son and the Holy Spirit, if that was more of our focus than getting involved in all of these political issues. I mean, Jesus said to give unto Caesar what is Caesar's and to give unto God what is God's. You know, we're supposed to serve God and the politicians is supposed to serve the people.
Ray Duke.
See that? And this is the problem with religion. This is why religion is so disgusting, man. Religion has got black people brainwashed. This brother is not concerned with social issues. He's not concerned about what's going on around him because he's trying to go to heaven, man. He's trying to not burn to death. He's so focused on all these fairy tales. He ain't bothered about the Windrush, man. That's why when black people die by the hands of the police, what's he doing? Banging the tambourine. When black people are getting deported by the police and getting deported by the Home Office, what was he doing? Banging the tambourine, man. When black women are walking around naked and pushing a pram by themselves, 4 or 5 baby mothers and getting raped and so forth, He's not concerned. Why? He's banging a tambourine. He's too focused in going to heaven, man. He's too focused in saving souls from this burning place that don't exist no more. And that's what religion does to black people, man. Has our head in the clouds. While black people are dying of drugs, man, in the neighborhood, he's banging a tambourine. He steps out at church on Sunday after having a wonderful service into the streets where drugs are being sold, man. Into the streets where people are sleeping on the floors. But hey, listen, all that ain't important, man. I'm more focused on going to heaven, man. And that's why Christianity is a disease to black people, man. And all these fake Israelite people, they are Christians also, and they are a disease to black people. He ain't concerned about black people and drugs. He ain't concerned about the knife crime, other one. He ain't bothered. That's why we don't see him in the streets. That's why we don't see him helping black people. We don't see him doing charities because he's too focused about going to heaven. So me, a black man, you gotta die. You gotta die and get on drugs and be cramming to council estates. You know why? Because your pastor that's supposed to save you, he's too busy banging the tambourine. He's too busy trying to go to heaven, man. And that's the problem. So like I'll give you one more scripture that I'll let you about. So like, give me Isaiah 56 and 10, man. These pastors are meant to be looking out for us. They're meant to be the ones that we go for when we want to know about God, when we don't want something. That's why I love the I.S.U.P.K, man. The I.S.U.P.K, we speak on political issues, man. Right. We speak about black on black crime. We speak about single parent homes. We speak about abortions. Why? Because you passed it up, man. Your pastor's not concerned. You got issues now that need to be dealt with, man. He's saying, don't worry about that, man. Let's try to go to heaven, man. So like, but Christian church is the house of Satan, man.
Right.
So like,
The book of Isaiah, chapter 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind.
And
they
these
are
Christians,
all...
these pastors, these Christians, they're meant to be our watchmen. They're meant to be the men that we go to for advice, man. And the Bible goes, these watchmen are meant to watch out for your life, man. Meant to make sure that you're safe. They are blind, man. They're worthless. Imagine a watchman that's blind. Imagine a smoke alarm that don't go off, man. You know, imagine an alarm that don't make a noise. That's your pastor. It's worthless, man. Keep it in.
His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant.
And they're all ignorant. They don't know nothing. It's his job to know everything, man. Ask the pastor, yo, pastor, what was the Bible written in? He don't even know, man. Ask your pastor about your pastor because in Galatians it says this. Ask him, well, where's Galatia? He don't even know, man. He's ignorant, man. Ignorant means not to know. Keep it in.
They are all dumb dogs.
And the Bible goes, they are dumb dogs. A dog's job is to bark, man, at any signs of danger. And black people are dying, man. Your pastor ain't barking, man. Black on black crime is through the roof. We just saw the bin in South London, man. And your pastor's not barking about it. He's not alarming you about it, man. So lucky, man. And Ariana, yeah, give me 5 minutes. We taking questions. Anyone want to chime in on that? So like, it pissed me off, man.
Yeah. You want to go down the bar road?
That's like you say. You go ahead. I'll go after you.
No, sir. And also, like, he doesn't realize it, but what he's saying is so contradictory. So if you're trying to get people into the kingdom of God, what have we always heard? God knows all. So if God knows all, surely these problems would be in the Bible. So if you're not focused on it, then you're saying God don't know everything. And then why would people want to go in the church if you don't talk about what they see happening outside of their doors?
That's right.
And that's the problem of the church. They make you believe God doesn't care about what you see, what harms you, what hurts you, but just focus on the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Focus on being with Jesus. But listen, like, the common man thinks, well, if God knows all, surely God sees Handsworth, man.
That's right.
Surely God sees Nietzsche's, man. Surely God sees Peckham and Brixton, man.
That's right.
Surely God sees my side. And listen, and that's why people don't go to the church. This generation, you know what I mean? They rather believe in Egyptology. They rather believe in anything else because the church has never provided them with their answers.
That's right.
Until you come into the I.S.U.P.K, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Here, we talk about what you see every day, and it's in the Bible. Drug dealing is in the Bible, man.
That's right.
Black on black crime is in the Bible.
That's right.
Abortions is in the Bible. Child support is in the Bible.
That's right.
And listen, man, you know what I mean? People come here, why? Because it's the truth. And if God knows all, surely it would be in his record, man. If God sees everything, then black man, God sees you suffering, man.
That's right.
God sees world, you know what I mean, some big world events, and all that is in the Bible. The problem is we go to people that teach it wrong, man. We go to people that don't know God and don't know the Bible. And listen, there's only one place you got to come to if you want to know about it, and it's the UPK, man.
That's right.
That's it.
Come on.
And so lucky, it's weird to me because Christians, they live like a life where they're physically here, but their mind is elsewhere. So they're not focusing on real life. They're focusing on something that they can't see. Oh, we need to build God's kingdom by this and that. Meanwhile, everything is going on under earth and they act like they don't see it. And the crazy thing about it is these Christians, they don't defend themselves. They don't do nothing. It's like they're living in the metaverse. It's like really they live here, but their minds building something in the metaverse. It makes no sense. Now, when you look at the white man's Christianity, he used this Christianity to conquer the whole world, man.
That's
He
right.
said he went to lands and said, "I'm taking this land in the name of God."
That's
He done
right.
all, man. He said, "What? It's your religion versus my religion." Listen, man. During the time of the Crusades, when they was fighting for the Holy Land, you didn't hear the white man say, "I'm not gonna fight because I'm building a kingdom in the sky." They was fighting for Jerusalem, man. Them Arabs, they was fighting for it. Also, none of them have said we're not gonna fight because our heaven's in the sky. They understand the Holy Land is on earth, and they've been fighting for this Holy Land ever since, man.
That's
The
right.
only people who fight for this Holy Land is Black Christians. Imagine there's a Holy Land which the whole earth is fighting for. They're saying this is the land of all lands, and then you got some black men talking about is building a place in the sky. Listen, man, it's backwards. The Arab man knows he wants the land of Israel, man.
That's right.
The Jewish man knows he wants the land of Israel. Why you think they're all fighting? They've been fighting over that land for years, man. And the people who that land really belongs to, guess what they're doing? We're building a place in the sky. They're worried about not being involved in politics and building a place in the sky and building God's kingdom. And listen, man, Black Christians don't have a clue. Because when I look at white Christians, they fight for what they want, man. They stand on something.
That's right.
And they fight for what they want. It's so much that what most this earth is Christian, man. Whether they force people to follow their religion or not, man. They came there and said, you better accept this religion. They go to your land, they put their flag there and say, yo, this is a Christian country now. Meanwhile, this man doesn't want power on earth. If we follow this black man, we have to wait till we die to get some glory.
That's right.
Listen, man, we have to. The only thing we're gonna get in this lifetime is a color like his. So lucky. That's the only thing we're gonna get in this lifetime is a color like his, and we have to wait to get riches. We have to die before we can get our riches, man. Listen, man, the Christian church has done a number on black people. It's taught black people to forgive all their oppressors. What's that brother's name again, Cruffy? He got hit in his head with the ice pick, and his mom said, "Well, I'm a Christian, and the Bible says forgive 70 times 7."
Steve, was it
his name was Anthony.
Lawrence? Who Lawrence was it?
Did you ever watch the series?
Yeah, I remember we brought it out on the end one time. Everyone goes, yeah, I'm a Christian, and the Bible goes, forgive 70 times 7.
And the white man's a Christian, but you mess with him, he ain't forgiving you 70 times 7. He goes to war, man. He goes to war. He ain't forgiving you 70 times 7. But when it comes to black people, they give you all of these. They give you all the scriptures out of context. Every scripture they give you is out of context because why? Christian missionaries did what? They fine-combed the Bible and they left selected scriptures in there out of context. And what you'll find is it's called the Slave Bible. You can look it up. They got one of them's in the DC Museum. One of them's in the British Museum. It's called the Slave Bible. Now, what they done is they took out all the Exodus. They took out all of them precepts which would make you a man. And then they left precepts in there out of context, man. And you read those precepts and all you read is forgive, forgive, forgive. And that those precepts that you read out of context, which was really talking about forgiving your brothers, it makes you forgive them, man. And it makes you become like this man right here. Whereas we should strive to be the opposite of this man. I'm telling you, these Christians are disgusting, man. And this is why we get on them so much, because this is the nonsense that they come with. So lucky.
It's like I really can ask you a question, but you said something that was true, because you know who else.
So lucky, if I could, real quick.
Go on.
Everything they said was true. So lucky. Go ahead. So lucky. Go ahead.
Anyway, like I was saying, you know who else is Christian? Russia and Ukraine, man. Both
exactly.
2 Christian countries, man, and they're fighting. While you're worried about going to heaven, Putin's a Christian. He's trying to expand here on earth, man. He wants all the oil and resources here on earth, man. He wants all the diamonds right here on earth, man.
Right.
You want to die and go to heaven. Salaki Arela, Yahweh Shem Shakata. Shalom, you got a question? Go on.
My question is going off topic a little bit. It's about the law, sir. In Romans 7:23, Romans 7 and 23. Which law are they talking about?
Read it.
Which law is Paul talking about in Romans 7 and 23? Other one.
Read it.
The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 23. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
Go on, Nongo, break it down. And could you capture on the camera?
I couldn't hear him. What did he say?
Romans 7. Read it again. Sorry, what chapter was it?
Chapter 7, verse 23.
Romans 7 and 23. Let me read it out because I don't think they can hear it.
Go ahead.
Talk about Paul's temptations and whatnot. It's Romans
7. Oh,
yeah.
Tell him read it. Tell him read it.
It's a bit low. I think I'll read it for him. 2 seconds. Romans 7 and 23. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
Oh, yeah. So basically what's going on there is with Paul, he's battling with himself. So that's what happens in your mind. You be battling because what? In your mind and basically your spirit and your flesh is fighting against each other. Go up to verse 16 to give it some context.
Romans what? 9 and
7, I believe.
What verse you want?
Verse 16 to give it some context.
9 and 16. Romans 9 and 16.
No, Romans 7 and 16, the one that he pulled.
Oh, 7 and 16. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that is good.
So now it says, if I do that which I consent not. Go ahead, read on.
Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
Go ahead, get the next verse. I believe it's the one you need.
For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing.
And he goes, in my flesh dwelleth no good thing. So what's happening? Paul's flesh is battling with his spirit, meaning what? In Paul's spirit, he knows I should keep the laws of God. I shouldn't have sex with married women. I shouldn't eat pork. That's what his spirit's telling him. But then his flesh is telling him what? Eat pork, eat shrimp, have sex with whores. And everyone has that battle. Everyone has that battle where you have that battle starts in your mind where what? One side of your mind is saying, I know I shouldn't be doing this. And then another side of your mind is saying, do it. Paul's having that battle. Read on.
Come. For to will is present with me.
So now Paul is present with me. That means he has the mindset of knowing right from wrong. Go ahead.
But how to perform that which is good, I find.
But how to perform that which is good, what?
I find not.
So now he knows, but he's saying how to perform that which is good, I find not. So he knows what's good, but to perform it, he don't know how to do it because he's battling with his flesh. Go ahead.
For the good that I would, sorry, Slakia. For the good that I, sorry, Slakia, 1 second. For the good that I would, I do not.
Wait, for the what?
For the good that I would, I do not.
For the good that I would, I do not, meaning in your mind, you know you want to do good. You know you want to keep the laws of God. But what happens? The good that you know you're supposed to do, you don't do that good. For the good you're supposed to do, you do not. Meaning a man knows, don't have sex with whores. But in your mind tells you, yo, like your spirit says, that's a terrible woman. I shouldn't have sex with her. She's got a baby about 2 months old. I should stay away from her. But what does your flesh say? She likes me. I'll have sex with her. I'll fix her. I'll make it work. He's having that kind of battle. So for the good, he does not. Read on.
But the evil which I would not, that I do.
For the what?
For the evil which I would not, that I do.
And for the evil which you know is bad, that's what you do. That's the battle that he's having. So so what this is saying is, for the breaking the law is evil, but you do it anyway. So he's saying for the evil that I do, and this is why so much people do what in their time of lust, they break the laws of God and then they feel bad. For the evil they do. Go ahead.
Come. But sin that dwelleth in me.
But what?
Sin that dwelleth in me.
But sin that dwelleth in me. Go ahead.
I find in the law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
So now he finds that when he wants to do good, evil is present with me. Meaning, in his mind's telling him, break the law, break the law, break the law. And this is what people deal with every day. Everybody in life has this battle. Your mind is saying, don't go to the strip club. But your flesh says, go to the strip club. And he's having that battle. So this whole chapter is about him having that battle in his mind. So like you read on.
For I delight in the law of God after the inward man.
I delight in the law of God after the inward man. Meaning the inward man is, this man knows in his spirit he delights after the laws of God. So many people delight to do good. So many people delight to keep the law of God after the inward man. Go ahead.
But I see another law in my members.
But I see another law in my members. Go ahead.
Warring against the law of my mind.
And the law in his members is what? The law of getting him to break the law, making him break the law. That's his members. Your members is your body parts. The inward man would be your spirit, and your members would be your flesh, your body parts. He's basically, this whole precept is about the war between his spirit and his flesh. Go ahead.
And bringing me into captivity
and
to
what?
the law of sin.
And it does what?
Bringing me into the captivity to the law of sin.
And now, if you do what your members want you to do, and you don't become, you don't listen to the inward man, you listen to the flesh side of things, it brings you into the law of captivity of sin, meaning you're just a sinner, you're a prisoner of sin. You can't stop sinning, and you're a prison. You're tied down to it. You're a prisoner. So, Lucky, go ahead. What verse you at?
End of 23.
Go
Which
ahead.
is in my members.
Which is in my what?
Members.
Which is in my members. So now, if you're a man that thinks with your penis is a member. Now, if you think with your penis, you're gonna have sex with everything. But in your spirit, the inward man knows, don't have sex with whores. But your penis thinks, I'll just have sex with her anyway. And if you do it, you're a prisoner of sin. So, Lucky, go ahead.
Oh, wretched man.
Oh, what?
That I am.
And he said, oh, wretched man that I am. Go ahead.
Who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
Meaning, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? And this body is trying to kill you, man. This flesh is trying to kill you. He goes, who can deliver me from this body of death? Because we all in this body of death. And what we need to do is focus on the inward man and not focus on the flesh. Now, that whole battle he was having is about the spirit versus your flesh, and your body's trying to kill you, man. Why? Because your penis wants to have sex with whores. You keep doing that, you're going to get AIDS, man. Your body's trying to kill you. Your belly wants pork and shrimp, crab, lobster. What's going to happen? You're going to have high blood pressure, man. So, okay, go ahead.
So, like I said, your lungs want weed and tobacco,
Exactly.
all the type of things there.
And it's crazy that you said that, you know why? Because most people that smoke weed or take drugs, guess what they say? I'm trying to quit. The inward man wants them to quit.
That's right. That's right.
In their spirit, they know I shouldn't be doing this. But with their flesh and their lusts and their desires, they can't quit. So imagine if you're trying to quit smoking, what's making you smoke? What's stopping you from quitting? Your members, you giving into what your members want. So, Lucky, go ahead. Is there any more on that?
Pretty much it, you know. But I'll finish it off. I thank God through Jesus Christ our Lord. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of God, but with the flesh, the law of sin.
So he's saying he thanks Jesus Christ because with the mind, I serve the law of God. And that's why Christ came. Why? Because Christ taught us how to battle with this flesh, man. Because before Christ, what happened? Men was breaking the law and they couldn't get it right. And that's why when you go to other precepts, it says Christ destroyed the flesh or whatever. Something along them lines. Because he kept the laws of God. That's what that precept's talking about. It's not talking about a completely different law. It's just talking about a man who wants to sin and break the law. So lucky if that answers your question.
Is that Tuab Ariella?
So the law that Paul saw in his members is a spiritual battle against the flesh. Is that it in a nutshell?
That's correct.
That's the battle he was having.
It's saying that there's one law telling you to keep the law, and there's another law saying don't. That's temptation that every man goes through. He's not talking about, you know, the extra law in the commandments. He's saying the laws of God say keep the law. Then there's another law saying don't keep it. That's what he's referring to. This whole chapter is about temptation between, you know, good and right. You know what I mean? His mind saying don't have sex with her. She's a man's woman. His penis saying do it. His mind saying you know, his inside man saying don't smoke weed. His lungs are saying do it. You know what I mean? That's the whole battle Paul's going through. What every man goes through. No, so any more questions? Listen, I put Dungabar on you on purpose because it's a Dungabar breaking scriptures down, right. You know. Make sure I get to every Wednesday, 394 Loud Road, B18, 5PW, 7 to 9, man. Any more questions up? Come on, man. See? And so he teaches the law, hence why you ask the question about what the law of an inward part is the right man for the job, man. Come on, man. That's spiritual, man.
So lucky I know a thing or two.
You know, he reads the 3 books, man. All right, Lord of Christ, man. We see you tomorrow at camp, yeah? Shalom. YAHANNA, Doctor. Most High in Christ, man. Listen, the UPK, we know a thing or two, man. You know, this Ariella, man, a powerful brother, man. You know what I mean? Work his way in the school through the ranks. You can watch him every Sabbath service, man. Oh, Salakia. Every Tuesday, man, 7 to 9, man, teaching the brotherhood class, man. He teach black men how to be brothers to each other, man. Also doing the Sabbath service as well, man, which is mandatory for all brothers to come and keep, man. You know, as well as Dungabar with his Wednesday law class. How can we miss that? Captain Parasha with his Monday history class, man. You know, we got Alban with Lashman Kodash, man. Listen, we got many programs, man. We got street talks on the UPK now. You know what I mean? We got I.S.U.P.K short clips. We got shorts. We got TikTok. Listen out for us, man, on all platforms, all medias, man. We got loads of footages going on, man. Camps, street talks, classes, podcasts. Come on, we got many programs in the UPK, man. Make sure you contact the number 079 607 46784. We also got food program as well. You can look into that as well. We got everything, man. You know, we're not like this black pastor who's worried about going to heaven, man. Meanwhile, we're teaching black men Hebrew, man, so they can read the Bible for themselves. So they don't have to be beguiled and just believe some lying pastor. They can read it for themselves in the Hebrew, man. We teach black men the law, man. Break it down for them. You know, we got all types of things that we do for our community. We ain't trying to die and go to heaven, man. Ukraine, like what I said, Slovakia, Ukraine and Russia are both Christian countries. And are they trying to wait to go to heaven? Putin wants Ukraine now, man, on earth, man. You know, America's fighting different countries, fighting Afghanistan for the oil right now. They want the diamonds right now, man. England lent Ukraine some new missiles. Why? Because they're fighting for the land right now, man. But we're just in the Christian church, man, dumb as could be, fighting for this place that just make believe that don't exist, man. What a shame, man. It's just a shame. Meanwhile, our press is fighting for what matters. Our press is putting a flag on the moon, other one. A flag on the moon, man. Got a robot. You got a robot that got police robots that expand. You got robots that can deliver your food to you, man. Expanding with all technology and greatness and diamonds, and you know, apparently they want to have trucks that drive themselves. Yeah. Expanding, man, wants all the money for himself. Wants the money here right now on earth. We are black men. We don't want no money. We want to die one day and go to heaven, man. That's a shame, man. So lucky, man. We might as well believe in the tooth fairy at the same time, man. But so lucky, man. That was on the podcast. For everyone for logging in, man. For Dungabar. For for coming through. Any last comments you both want to bring out before we wrap up?
So lucky, if I could, the feast day, May 29th, 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW. Come on down to that. So lucky.
Make sure you reach, man. You know what I mean? There's going to be mutton pie might be there. So lucky. You might get a mutton pie. But who knows? So, you know, I ain't making no promises. But you might pop up there and find
I'm trying to get it, but I don't know.
You might get oxtail. You might get oxtail noodles. Not for me though. Like, yeah, you'll find out my thing, but you know what I mean. And keep logging in, man. For everyone, like, share, subscribe, all our platforms, man. And you know what I mean. Just keep supporting and come in the truth, man. Come to United Days, man. Come get your Hebrew name, man. The Bible goes what? The harvest is plenty, man, but the labors are through. There's lots of work to do, man. Lots of work, man. The Lord wants us to take over all of England, man. Take over the world, black man. And guess what? Only a few men are willing to do it, man. Come on, man, black man. You come in the UPK, man. You come and put on your all black, man. Do United Days, get your name, man. You come and build this kingdom, man. You come and build the kingdom. Christ built the kingdom. Well, Christ's job was to build a kingdom with 12 men. Why? Because everybody else didn't want to do it. Everybody else was concerned about their job and work and their wife and what people might say, man. Black man, don't be like them, man. What's the parable about the brothers that said, I got things to do?
Yeah,
you don't be them men, man. You come in here and put your brick in, man. Anyway, with that, I say shalom.
Kevin Shekars.
Yeah. Are the Matrix? Sham Jeezy. Karatia. When me say U.P.K, UK. Well, anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this pan the ends. Every man a try be the next pan the ends. Dog, we fly out and one bends pan the ends. But we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long day in a the war zone. But I know Pakistan, a the place where you juvenile a the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone of the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. Me say, but it's a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. A same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead body them. Once upon a time round ya so did nice. Full of vibes, man a play football, choose a side. If I no football, you like one go shoot a dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Proof of crime, a certain black coffee gets scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive, then you to ride them to connive. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know what over time round and no safe again. Watch out for the hate of them and the traitor them. And the fake friend dog, the acre tens. No solution for the comments. Babylon says ceasefire, but we nah no fate na them, a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again. And Jamaica red hot like the equator belt, Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no red. With the ghetto youth, them you send the Terminator, them dad. So man a fi whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog, them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead pan the ends. Lucky if you live long day in a the war zone. But I know Pakistan is a place where you juvenile a the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one, dad. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone of the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them respond. You be dead if you a Christian, devil in strong. Hey, a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. A same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what it is.